Episode 694. He stole a glance at Yi Shu, who was standing by the door, smoking and watching the match. The guy's face was a blank slate. 2 straight wins hadn't fazed him one bit. Then came the third match, and Excellent Era lost. The internet cafe filled with sighs of regret. But clearly the atmosphere was much better than at the start. At least there was some noise, some life in the room. But the Team Lei Taisai that followed was like a sudden downpour, drenching everyone to the bone. In the Team Lei Taisai, Samsara only sent out one man, Zhou Zikai, and he took down all 3 opponents single-handedly. Zhou Zikai actually pulled off a 1 vs 3 in the Team Lei Taisai, his dazzling sharpshooter acrobatics and gun skills a glaring eyesore to Excellent Era's supporters. No one had the heart to appreciate the spectacle. They all wanted to eat Zhou Zikai alive. And then, from somewhere in the crowd, someone couldn't help but blurt out, "So handsome." The only one worthy of that praise was, of course, Zhou Zikai. Everyone glared, searching for the source of the voice. When they saw it was just a star-struck girl, they were relieved, because if it had been a guy, the happy internet cafe would have had a queue of ambulances and police cars outside tonight. The atmosphere in the internet cafe snapped right back to where it started. Then, with everyone on edge, the team match began. The team match lasted 30 minutes, not too long, not too short. In the end, all of Excellent Era's fans closed their eyes in pain. They had lost. They had lost again. The final score was 2-8, just 1 point more than last round. Excellent Era's performance wasn't as disgusting as last match, but the chaos remained, the listlessness remained. All of this was even more apparent in the team competition. Happy Internet Cafe was drowning in a sea of curses. Swearing erupted from every corner as people kicked over stools and scrambled to their feet in chaos, like a movie theater emptying out. Everyone was irritable, the exit turning into a mess. Anyone too slow in front got cursed out from behind. The noise dragged on until, eventually, the crowd thinned out. A good number of them just headed across the street, chucked a couple of bricks, and did some creative work on the walls. How could Excellent Era's security guards possibly dare to stop them? They'd watched the match too, or at least, they'd seen the result. The moment they saw Excellent Era lose again, they knew it was bad. At this point, Excellent Era could only lock their doors tight and hope no one stormed in to tear their base apart. Chen Guo stared at the mess left behind in the internet cafe after the crowd dispersed, utterly stunned. Many of them hadn't meant any real harm. It was just their way of venting after the frustration. But it still left Chen Guo's internet cafe with plenty of damage. Chen Guo suddenly realized she had turned a misfortune into a blessing. Stopping the broadcast of Excellent Era's matches had cut into the internet cafe's traffic and revenue, sure. But given how they were playing now, she was actually lucky she'd pulled the plug. If she'd let those matches keep airing, one loss after another, her cafe would have become ground zero for all the venting. By the time this season wraps up, this internet cafe might just fall apart at the seams. While directing people to clean up, she kept glancing toward the door. Chen Guo realized Ye Shu had already vanished. She looked around and spotted the commotion outside Excellent Era's main entrance across the street. But it was nothing like last time. Everyone knew this was an away game, so hardly anyone had shown up. Still, this loss for Excellent Era came against a Samsara team in peak form, so the media coverage managed to show some restraint, stopping short of outright despair. But after 2 straight rounds, the pitiful haul of 1 point and 2 points sent Excellent Era tumbling several spots down the standings. After all, their league points this season weren't exactly solid to begin with. It was only their steady performance in the last few matches that let them climb a few spots. Wasting it like that sent them into a steep decline. They're practically sprinting toward the relegation zone.
Could Excellent Era really be eliminated at this rate?
When Chen Guo got back upstairs, she was surprised to find Ye Shu wasn't gaming. He was just sitting in the living room.
I don't know either.
Ye Shu stood by the window, looking out. That night, Ye Shu didn't log into the game again. But the next morning, he was up bright and early, charging straight into the private booth to level up as usual. Before long, though, a message from Mo Chung came through.
Damn, a whole week of grinding, but we finally got it done.
Mo Chang's message read,
All set?
After Yi Shu had settled things with Mo Chang, he simply left Zhenlo Lan the delivery address at Mo Chang's place. All 5 account cards were sent directly to Mo Chang, who handled the entire process from start to finish.
Alright, I'll send you a clip first. Take a look.
Mo Chang sent Ye Shu a video file. Once it finished downloading, Ye Shu opened it. Right at the start, the screen wobbled, and the words "made by Xiao Chang" bounced out in a goofy way.
Your intro.
Hey, you can't neglect brand awareness.
Come on, you're plucking feathers off every major club with this deal. They already hate your guts, and you want to run a title card to make sure they remember your face?
Hey, you hit the nail on the head. It's not like I'll ever have any business dealings with these clubs anyway. I just want to rub their noses in it.
You better not push them too far, or they might not pay up.
Hey, no way. I came prepared. Unless they want to completely throw away their reputation, I really don't think they'd dare stiff me on this bill.
Yi Shu didn't say anything more. He figured Mo Chang had just made the transaction completely transparent, right under every player's nose, so there was no way the major clubs could go back on their word. Even if they knew there was something fishy about Mo Chang's move, they were like a mute swallowing bitter herbs, forced to endure it in silence. But then again, with so many guilds pooling their resources for the bounty, the cost gets split up. Spread out like that, it's hardly a bitter pill for the club to swallow. But as Mo Chang said, the material blow wasn't the real issue here. The point was to rub the club's nose in it. Ye Shu had nothing to say about that little prank. He knew perfectly well that Mo Chang had always held a grudge against the club system.
Suit yourself. I just collect the money.
In the end, Ye Shu just sent a helpless emoji.
Hey, keep watching my video. I worked on it for a whole week, and you only saw the intro. Don't you feel bad?
Watch it. Watch it.
As for Yi Shu, he simply continued watching the video Mo Chang had sent.